What did you guys want to do when you grew up? Doctor, firefighter, an artist, medalist perhaps? Well, in my case, my mother wanted me to be an Olympic medalist. All through high school, we would have conversations with parents after games and stuff. Oh yeah, Natalie wants to make it to the Olympics. And I'd just shake my head in disgust and be like, Mom, just stop. And she'd be like, why? I'd be like, because, well, the Olympic dream is dead these days. 3 reasons why the Olympic dream is dead is because, 1, not a lot of people are interested in the Olympics anymore. 2, pro athletes are allowed to compete. And 3, money and commercialization has become more important and apparent than the spirit and sportsmanship of the Olympics. My first reason, not as many people are interested in the Olympics anymore. According to Wired.com, teens are not as interested in Olympics anymore. The reason why is because watching televised events has become too inconvenient for people like us because it's not quick, it's not as easy to catch events that you want to watch, and it's not as easy to watch online and stuff. And we don't like listening to the analysis and recap of everything, so we just kind of push it off and don't really pay attention to it anymore. Media Life magazine also reported that the Olympics experienced a 13% drop in young men viewers. Both of these are really big groups of people these days, and if you lose those groups of people, you're going to lose more, and that kind of dampens the interest in it. My second point, professional athletes are allowed to participate in the Olympics. Bobby Coles of Healing.com states that pro athletes are taking away positions from hardworking amateurs with crazy schedules. Amateurs don't have a lot of money, they don't have a lot of time, and if professionals are allowed to compete, it's kind of taking away opportunities to people who deserve them almost more. Professionals have the luxury of practicing, they train whenever they want, that's their job, is to be a professional athlete, and they don't have to worry about jobs or pretty much money. They're sponsored, they have luxury equipment, they have everything basically given to them, and for them to be allowed to be in the Olympics, it kind of takes away opportunities from hopeful people who almost not necessarily deserve it more, but wouldn't have the chance. And that's kind of the whole point of the Olympics, is having people who wouldn't normally get a chance to compete. Dan Jensen, who was an Olympic speed skater and a 94 gold medalist, states that the definition of Olympic spirit is it being about ordinary people achieving extraordinary things. This kind of shows professionals aren't ordinary people, and for them to be kind of committed into being in the Olympics isn't fair. I said before it's about sponsors. Sponsors are a big part of the Olympics these days, and that brings to my third point, which is sponsors lead to the commercialization of everything, making pro athletes and sometimes non-pros more likely to be more like actors and in the spotlight, which takes away from the actual sport and participation. So money and commercialization has become more important than the spirit of sportsmanship in Olympic Games. An article in the World Press Review states that sports are business, medals are money, competitors are enemies, and America is above all. America is above all because basically we're one of the most developed countries in the world, and we send so many athletes to the Olympics, and it doesn't really give a chance to other countries to be have a chance to compete. The Olympics have become more of a big business in America, and this means that the more developed a country is, the more likely they're to win. John Lucas states again, he's the official lecturer of the Olympic Committee, and he talked about how Olympics have changed due to commercialization. The Olympic Mystique suggested that anyone could be a contender. Ordinary people demand of being in the Olympics, and the dream spurred athletic activity all over the world. This has changed because now it's become more about commercialization, endorsements, and people making money off of that. Athletes have sponsors and expensive equipment, and money has changed the look and feel of the Olympics period in the past couple decades. Michael Jordan in the '92 Barcelona Olympics and his team had all Nike apparel, and they were almost going to boycott the closing ceremonies because it clashed with the podium because it had Reebok on it. And to solve this problem, they just had to drape it all with the American flag. And that just kind of takes away from everything being about kind of competition, and that it's now more about money and brands and like stuff like that. So in conclusion, the Olympic dream is dead because not as many people are interested in it. Pros are allowed, and it has become more about money and commercialization.